Hey everyone, happy Monday, and thank you very much for sticking around. After last episode, I gave it some thought about what I potentially want to sell, and I figured a good thing to start off selling is something that I already have that I know not a lot of other people have, which would be dripstone and dripleaf. And granted, I'm not actually sure that anybody else is really going to need any of that, but I guess we might as well. We kind of already have it. Except this little farm here, yeah, that's not going to cut it if we want to actually sell the stuff. So I'm going to have to make a bigger farm. So first order of business, I'm going to take this down. Which of course begs the question, where am I going to put the next one? And to that, I have an answer. But first off, I think let's actually go buy some gunpowder, because even though we don't really need it yet, I feel like it could be good to potentially stock up. Just in case. Just for when we do need it. Whoa, what is this? Is this a new shop? Whoa. It's looking pretty cool. Oh, is this a potion shop? Whoa. Lingering potions. Okay, that's kind of hard to get. Well, I mean, it looks like I'm going to have to get onto the market pretty soon. People are really taking off. Okay, but back to business. So 1 diamond, 2 stacks of gunpowder. So I brought 8 diamonds here. So that should give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. 16 stacks of gunpowder. Whoa. Is there a new bridge here? Yeah, because that's the bridge we saw last episode. Looks like there's a new one here. Well, that's cool. There's a little bit of server lag going on now. Nice. So it looks like maybe a new bridge is being built over here. But anyway, where am I going to put the dripstone farm? So, remember when we made... Why is there an Enderman on fire? What? You guys saw that too, right? Okay, anyway. Remember when I made the pumpkin patch? Yeah. So there's this whole area in here. This whole kind of almost hollowed out area that I could use. And I could put, it's not going to be a big or a glorious one, but I could put a small dripstone farm in here. I just have to do a little bit more hollowing, which is not really that much of an issue. And then I'm good to go. So first things first, I'm going to go sleep. And then, why don't we hit a real quick time lapse of me hollowing this area out. And with the area now cleared out, it would be time to put in the farm, but the only issue is this farm requires a flying machine, which needs either slime or honey, and these 3 blocks is the extent of my honey collection. So gotta work on that. And the extent of my dripstone is this little crude setup that I have going for manual farming. So we're going to work on that too. But in the meantime, while we're waiting for all those things to grow and for me to collect them, I think it would be a good time to make a dripleaf setup. And I think the basement could potentially be a good area for this. So all we should need for this is dripleaf, a dispenser, and some bone meal. And I can maybe make this a little fancier, maybe put in a piston. But let's get the basics set up first. So first off, let's make a dispenser. So, okay, good. I do have string. That was the thing I was afraid of. So at this point, my biggest issue is going to be the bone meal, because a farm like this requires a lot of bone meal, and this is the extent of my bone meal. But I don't think that dripleaf is going to be a very hot commodity, so I don't think we're going to need to get a better bone meal income anytime soon. So if I go to put it in this corner, I just need to put that here, I believe. I can just put that there. It should just be as easy as, yeah. And then there we go. So I can make this a little more automatic than just standing here, you know, doing something like this. Oh. Oh, I don't actually even need moss for this. Okay. Well, I'll just put this back then. You know what, now that I'm realizing it, I probably actually don't even need a dispenser. I could just stand here holding the right click button and have a piston that periodically fires. Okay, well, that was a waste of a bow. I should be able to do, let's say I put it here. Here, so let's clear this out real quick. Should be able to do this, and then if I... There we go. That's what I'm looking for. So I should be able to, from here, just do this. And look at that, we're farming dripleaf. And then we would just need a shut off. So if I grab a lever and put that here, there we go. Maybe I should cover this up though. And with this, we'll call that covered up. So it's not the greatest farm in history. It's definitely going to be a little bit laggy because it's a lot of lighting updates going on in here. But I think it'll be okay because it's not like it's running all the time. And that only took like 5 minutes, so we didn't actually really get any honey from that. So now I need something else to do for a while. And I figure as long as we're waiting, probably wouldn't hurt to get the area set up for that dripstone farm. So the first thing that we're going to need is actually some glazed terracotta for the floor, because there's going to be a flying machine running right along the floor, and glazed terracotta is probably the cheapest thing that I can get that won't stick to the honey. So let's head over to the villager trading hall area, and I'm going to go buy some glazed terracotta from them, which I don't think that they actually sell glazed terracotta. And ooh, a little underpass for my horse. Well, that's awful kind of them. Okay, but yeah, so they don't sell glazed terracotta, or at least there's no shop for it, but I do believe that the villagers sell it. So I'm just going to go trade with the villagers, and I'll leave some diamonds. Whoa. Now that is looking like a nice tree right there. It's looking real good. Oh, and they made this taller. Oh, wow. Well, that's real kind of them. But anyway, we're here to trade. So let me go grab some of their melons and pumpkins, and let's get to trading. Let's see, and I'm not actually sure who would sell glazed terracotta, but I'm going to take a wild guess and assume it's the masons. Let's see, so we've got cyan and pink and cyan. Okay. Oh, and actually I can buy some dripstone block. Now that's nice. I think I'll go for the pink because it looks a little nicer, but it is going to be a lot harder to get. I can only get it in really small increments. So this, it's going to take a while. And oh boy, did that take a while. But on the bright side, we did get to tame 4 new cats. So that's pretty cool. So we now have 5 out of the 11 cat variants. So yeah, work in progress. Hopefully soon we'll have all of them. But we do have just over 5 stacks of pink glazed terracotta, and we have 5 stacks of dripstone block. Okay, that creeper is that's freaking me out. There we go. So we gotta leave the payment. So I think, yeah, I mean I'll just leave it right here. But I bought some terracotta and dripstone, and I think I'll just put it at maybe 1 diamond per stack. I don't know like what a fair price would be for this, but I'll do 1 diamond per stack of each of these, so that's 10 diamonds. So I'll just leave them like that. That's 10 diamonds right there. And yeah, let's head home. And I'm actually just realizing now that rather than farming up all of the honey, I totally could just go into the swamp that I live right next to and just kill some slime at night to get some slime. Which I think I'm going to actually do because not only is that easier, but slime is a little bit better for the flying machines in this situation. So let's hit another time lapse. And when I come back, hopefully the dripstone farm will be finished. And I'll get all of these cats some homes eventually. I just don't have enough buildings for them right now. And welcome back, guys. So the dripstone farm is completed. This is the mini storage that I've got going on. To be honest, it's such a low output farm. I don't think I'll need more than this, but I guess we'll find out. But you guys probably want to see what the farm actually looks like. So here it is. It's not completed yet. I'm still filling it in. Right now, I'm just waiting for the dripstone to grow up quite a bit because I want to do a bit of a test on this system. So these two flying machines, this top one goes through and breaks all of these blocks here. So it breaks everything except for the very top layer, and that allows the dripstone to keep growing. And this bottom sweeper here just goes through, breaks all of these bottom ones, and also pushes all of the blocks that fell from the roof and pushes them off into these water streams. And the water streams bring it over to that storage system over there. So I want to do, once this grows up a little bit more, I want to do a bit of a stress test on this. So I was having some issues earlier with this delay up here. And what was happening was these blocks were falling on top of the honey, and the honey just kind of drags the blocks or drags the items along with it. And so then at the end, there was just kind of a bunch of items sitting on top of the honey not getting collected by the water streams. And that's not ideal. So I added in more delay, and then now I'm just waiting for a lot of this to grow so that I can do a stress test. To be honest, at the end of the day, I'll probably end up switching all of this to slime once I get enough slime to do that, because honey kind of just causes a little bit of problems. I mean, it slows, like items moving along the honey move really slowly. I can show you that right now. There, you can see that it kind of like just really slowly falls to the ground. And then the other issue, and I can show you that right here, is that honey is not actually a full block. So if I do this, you can see that it just kind of sits there and it doesn't actually fall into the water. That's another issue that I would like to resolve, because I want this to be pretty much a lossless farm, which means that all items that are farmed end up in the storage. But with honey, that's not really going to be as much the case. So yeah, I'll probably end up switching this to slime eventually anyway, and then that'll cause less problems. But I'm still going to run a stress test. And to be honest, I'm pretty impatient, so I think I'll just do it right now. So let me grab a block that I can use to activate it, and let's watch this thing in action. So the top one is off, and then the bottom one. Yeah, quite a bit of lag as a result of this. So yeah, you can see there's a lot of dripstone that just kind of is sitting on top of the honey, and that's not what I want. And then you'll see here, yeah, you can see a lot of the dripstone there is just sitting along the edges, not getting collected. So those are all problems that will get fixed once I actually replace the honey with slime. But for now, we just kind of have to suffer a little bit. But let's see what we got. It's probably still flowing in, to be honest, but okay. Okay, honestly, this is a pretty good haul. Yeah, so we got almost 4 stacks of pointed dripstone. That is pretty good. I'll actually be able to, for the shop, I'll actually be able to make this a pretty cheap item if that is true. But for now, this should be enough to fill in the rest of the farm. So let me do that, and then I'll check in when that is done. And there we go. The farm is complete. So at this point, it's just straight profits. And I've got it set up so that whenever this dripstone over here grows enough so that it goes in front of this observer, the flying machines will automatically launch. So I should be able to just leave this alone, and it'll just be slowly collecting dripstone. So every once in a while, I'll just be able to come back and I'll be able to collect from these chests and I guess restock the shop. And if we ever get to a point where this is overflowing, then I'll just find a way to basically just permanently shut this off. Shouldn't be that hard. I'll probably just like break this or something, And now that that's done, it is time to go build the shop. So let's grab Matilda and head over to the shopping district. Oh, that's a spoon. I was wondering why the fence was breaking so slowly. Anyway, so let's grab Matilda and let's head over to the shopping district. Okay, and now that we're here, we have to actually figure out where we want to put this shop. So I want to make it sort of like a cave type thing. And if I'm being honest, kind of looking around at what this whole area looks like, it seems to me that the shopping district is kind of headed over this way, up onto this sort of ridge here. So I think that means that if I am to build a cave, I probably want to do it right here, right behind the axolotl area. I could potentially sort of dig in like right where this is and sort of make this into a cave entrance. I think that could look good. Could also potentially be cool if I sort of make it go down a little bit. So I just kind of have a gradual sort of downward slope. So it'll just be sort of like this, kind of down into the cave. Yeah, so I think I'll do that. So let me dig this out and then I'll bring you guys back in once that's happened. And the area has now been cleared out. So I have this kind of really small kind of cave entrance. I think maybe, actually if I do this, it might look a little bit better. It does not. I'm going to leave it. But I had this good idea. And by a good idea, I mean, it's probably not a good idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. And that idea is that I'm going to call this, well, okay, for now, I'm going to call it the drop cave. And that's because I'm selling dripleaf and dripstone, both of which have to do with falling. Of course, dripleaf, when you stand on it, it drops you. And dripstone, when it falls, or when you fall on it, it hurts you. And to stick with that theme, I put in approximately a 20 block drop down into the cave. What I'm going to do here is I think I'm actually going to have the dripleaf go all the way up, and then in order to get down into the cave, you're essentially going to have to stand on it, and then it'll drop you and you'll fall all the way down into the cave. So I'm going to need a lot of dripleaf for this, but yeah, this is the area. So it is obviously not done yet right now, it's just a box. I'm going to do probably a heavy amount of detailing on this one, so I'll bring you guys back in when that's done as well. But you guys are probably wondering how anybody is supposed to actually get out of this if there's any dripleaf here. And the answer to that is I'm going to put a bubble elevator somewhere around here. I'm not sure exactly where it is, but if I just go back up here, probably have it come out right here. So I'll dig straight down, because this has never gone poorly before, ever. And hopefully we hit the cave. There we go. Okay, that's not exactly where I wanted it to be, but I can work with that. I think. We'll see. Oh, and I just realized that now I'm stuck here. That was my last rocket. All right, well, I guess I'll just do this. This is fine. So yeah, once I'm done doing this, I will go ahead and start work on the actual build itself, and I will bring you guys back in when it's done, and hopefully it'll look a lot nicer than it does right now. And the drop cave is now complete. So let me show it to you guys. I haven't really done anything to the entrance. Not sure if I'm going to, but if we come down here, as you can see, the drip leaf is here now. So if I stand on them, I drop in, and this is the area. So I've done a lot of, I put kind of dripstone here and some water above all of these blocks in order to get these kind of dripping particles. Yeah, all just to kind of add to this atmosphere of kind of a dark and dingy cave. And yeah, I think it looks really nice. So what I'm selling here is we've got pointed dripstone. Excuse the stock. I know I don't have that much. I'm working on it. But I'm going to do pointed dripstone at 1 diamond for 2 stacks. I might change that later to be 1 diamond for 4 stacks, but for now at least it'll be 1 diamond for 2 stacks. And then I'm going to have dripstone blocks here for 1 diamond per stack, obviously. I don't have any stock here. And dripleaf also for 1 diamond per stack, which might change later depending on what my bone meal income eventually looks like. So yeah, so it's kind of hard to move around here. I mean, as long as you have, depth strider on, it's really not bad. So that's the shop. And of course, here is the exit. So it's just a bubble elevator, and we'll just zoom right out the top, and we're out. I'll maybe make this more obvious by just changing out these slabs so that they are stone bricks instead, or stone brick slabs, just to make it kind of more obvious that it's not just some random cave. And I'll replace these as well. Just gonna do a little bit of a janky patch job here. I'll just do this. It's like it was never even here. But anyway, yeah. So that's the shop. But I do think that that is going to do it for me today. So in between episodes, I will work on getting this all stocked. We'll see how far I actually get. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for watching. And I will see you all in the next episode. See ya!